Hi, welcome to Boards and Brews, the show where we pair guitar pedals and pedal combinations with beer and cocktails. Truly the pairing that we've all been waiting for. While some people might pair beer or wine or drinks with things like meats, cheeses, and different foods, we are going to pair them to the sweet, sweet sound that comes out of your amplifier. Now, I'm just getting this started, and my name is Josh, but I play under the moniker of Ragged Oak, and I'm just adding this as a cool thing that I've been wanting to do, so I hope you like it. Now, if you have any beers that you want paired with pedals or pedals that you want paired with beers, please let us know so that we can do some episodes on that in the future. But for today, we are just going to kick this off with pairing the JHS Morning Glory with the Steamworks Brewery Colorado Kölsch. Let's dive into it. So like I just said, on today's episode, we are pairing the JHS Morning Glory with the Steamworks Brewery Colorado Kölsch. Now, while this is all just my opinion, I think that these two go fantastically together as a pairing, that this sound, this pedal, and that this beer actually complement each other perfectly. Now, before we understand how these two go together, I think we need to start by examining our guitar pedal. It's almost impossible to pick the right pedal to do for a first episode of this show. While I'm tempted to do something like a weird delay or a crazy reverb, I figured that the best place to start was with a staple of my rig. So that's why I've gone with this, the JHS Morning Glory. I first bought this pedal about 5 years ago, and I have not turned it off since. It's a quality interpretation of the Blues Breaker circuit with some other things going on, but this is not a pedal history or a pedal demo show necessarily. So if you want to learn more about this circuit, go and watch one of those, read up on it, or go and watch the JHS show's episode about it. And you should get everything that you might need to know. But I'm going to tell you my opinions about this pedal and why I think it pairs wonderfully with this beer. I still remember the dissatisfaction that I had with the colored tone I got from pedals like the Boss OD1 or the Tube Screamer that just didn't leave my guitar room to breathe. I wanted that extra oomph, but I wanted to retain the clarity of my guitar's clean tone, the character of my amp, and the room to stack distortions on top of it. Since the first day that I put the JHS pedal on my board, I have not turned it off. This pedal lets me do wonderful early stage tone shaping to pick the perfect amount of drive for my rig on any given day and to push the volume in a way that lets me get the grit in my amp if I want to. And if I need that extra push, a switch or an external foot switch allows me to engage a high gain function. But most importantly, this brings out the sweetness and the tone and the clarity of what's already there with my guitar and my amplifier. So what have we chosen to pair the JHS Morning Glory with? The Steamworks Brewery Colorado Kölsch. I won't even risk the word maybe saying that I might be biased, because I definitely am. I live in the beautiful mountain town of Durango, Colorado, and we are blessed with a plethora of breweries in such a small space. One of those breweries is Steamworks Brewery, which if you live in Durango, you know that Steamworks is just a part of life. Whether it's for a meal, for appetizers, for a drink, or for all of the above, Steamworks is a common place to go on any night that you're just looking to hang out and have a good time. And one of my favorite beers from there happens to be the Kolsch, and their Kolsch is a fantastic one. So back to why this pairs perfectly with the JHS Morning Glory. It is a simple thing done well. Both this pedal and this beer have a light presence that pairs with nearly anything. They aren't going to leave you over questioning notes or pondering their very nature, and they act the same in a situation of choice. How should I start building my tone for a new song? I turn on the JHS Morning Glory. I get how much gain that I want. I know how to pull out the good parts of what I'm creating. I'm not ready to order my food yet, but I'm ready to get started. I know that I can count on a Colorado Kölsch to be a good beer that's not going to overwhelm what I'm going to eat. It's not going to fill me up too much, and it's going to complement almost anything else. It's dependable, it's good, and it's easy. Now, here is a jam inspired by this beer and this pedal. Hopefully you've expanded your horizons a bit today, either in the world of boards or of brews, but I wanted to leave this episode with a way to push the boundaries even just a little bit more. As this is Boards and Brews, I wanted to highlight some exciting ways that you can use this pedal in context of your pedal board. And most people will take an overdrive and put it towards the front of their signal chain, kind of allowing it to boost their signal, give a little bit of crunch as it leads into things like choruses, delays, reverbs, all of these crazy fun things. So my challenge to you, and a great way to try using an overdrive a little bit differently, is to take your overdrive pedal, maybe this one, and actually try putting it after your delay. While that may seem counterintuitive or a little bit crazy, or it might just seem fun to some of you, it can add these really fun, crunchy notes on your delay repeats that might end up inspiring you to do something new with music. And hey, maybe put it in there, crack open a Colorado Kölsch, and just see what kind of music you write. Well, this has been episode 1 of Pedalboards and Brews. Thank you again so much for watching. Once again, if you have any ideas for guitar pedals you would like me to pair a beer with, or beers you want me to pair guitar pedals with, let me know in the comments so that I can do that in future episodes. I would also like to highlight my Patreon page. If you enjoyed this video, any of my other videos, or my music, joining this community is a great way that allows me to continue creating this kind of content, this kind of music, and to engage deeper with you. And if you decide to become a patron on Patreon, it gives you access to things like sample packs, early demos, releases, specialty videos, and tons more, so please consider joining that. Also, feel free to check out my Gumroad page if you are interested in buying samples or audio from any of these videos, whether it's just intro music or some of my looping sessions. This is a place where you can buy those and actually use them for whatever you want. If you're writing a song and you like the sound that I made and you want to use it, buying things off of my Gumroad page actually gives you the rights to use them in that way. Once again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.